Always above everyone, always untouched by the dirt. She stumbled closer. You think you won? Let me tell you, in this palace, nobody wins. Looking into her crazed eyes, I suddenly felt pity. In my past life, Anna had been the same, walking toward ruin and despair. I'll look after Sarah, I said softly. At least I'll find her a decent family. Anna froze. The madness in her eyes slowly turned to confusion, then deep exhaustion. She slid to the floor like a woman who had suddenly aged. Why? She murmured. Why you? I didn't answer and turned to leave. By imperial decree, Anna was found guilty of ordering her attendant to harm imperial heirs and was stripped of rank and sent to the cold palace. Tom was sentenced to execution, and the Xiao family was confiscated and exiled. Underage girls were pardoned. On the 10th day of the 10th month, Lucy went into labor. That autumn day was crisp and clear. I arrived early at Evening Clear Pavilion to oversee everything. How is she? Emma asked nervously. Mike replied, Your Majesty, Lady Lucy's fetal position is correct. The delivery should go smoothly. Mike wiped his sweat. It's just what? I cut in. Lucy is weak, so labor may take longer. There's no need to worry, Your Majesty. Emma nodded and pulled me aside. Lily, if it really is twins? I've already thought of a plan, I whispered. We'll say the second child is an auspicious gift from heaven. Given because the Empress prayed sincerely. By custom, the child can be raised under the Empress's name. Emma's eyes lit up. That's a good idea. It solves the taboo, and also, her words were cut off by Lucy's cry of pain. The midwife shouted, I see the head! Lady Lucy, push! After 4 full hours, a loud baby's cry pierced the night. It's a little prince, the midwife announced joyfully. Everyone was just about to relax when Lucy suddenly gripped the bedsheet. There's another one. Mike's face changed. Get ready, the second one is coming! After another difficult hour, the second child was born safely. It's a little princess, a boy and a girl, the midwife cried out. This is a great blessing. Emma knelt and thanked heaven. This is His Majesty's virtue moving heaven and earth, blessing our kingdom. When the news reached the Hall of Governance, His Majesty was overjoyed and immediately issued an order. Lucy was promoted to Consort Chin and rewarded with 1,000 taels of gold. As for the taboo around twins, no one mentioned it again under the story of the blessed boy and girl twins. I looked at exhausted but happy Lucy and the 2 healthy little lives beside her. The heavy stone in my heart finally dropped. The tragedy from my past life had been completely rewritten. In the spring of the 10th year of Kang Yuan, at the Imperial Garden, I sat in the pavilion and watched the children playing nearby. 16-year-old Jack was teaching Consort Chin's 5-year-old twins to write. He looked serious and gentle. Sister, enjoying yourself? Emma came gracefully and sat beside me.
Sister, I rose to bow, but she pulled me back. Still so formal?
Emma smiled and shook her head. Look how happy the children are. I nodded. Over the past 5 years, the harem had been unusually peaceful. Anna lived out her remaining years in the cold palace, and the other concubines all behaved themselves. Emma managed the harem with perfect order, and Lucy and I became her most trusted helpers. I heard His Majesty tested Jack yesterday and praised him again. I smiled. His Majesty has him learning how to review memorials now. Emma looked at me meaningfully. Talk of naming a crown prince has started again. I remained calm. Jack is still young, no rush. You? Emma shook her head. If it were anyone else, they'd be pushing their son forward already. Only you can stay this detached. It's not detachment, it's clarity. In my past life, I couldn't see through the game of power. Now I understood it completely. The throne might not be a blessing, peace matters more. Just then, Emma lowered her voice. Consort Chin is pregnant again, I nodded. 2 months along. Dr. Mike says the pregnancy is stable. That's wonderful. A trace of envy flashed in Emma's eyes, but then she let it go. I wasn't blessed with my own child, but now I have Daniel and Nancy, and that's enough. Daniel and Nancy were the formal names of Lucy's twins. Lucy was grateful for the protection Emma and I had given her. So she requested that Prince Daniel be raised under Emma's name. That gave childless Emma someone to rely on. As for little Princess Nancy, Lucy raised her herself. It's their blessing that you treat them like your own, I said sincerely. Emma patted my hand. Between us sisters, there's no need to say that. Sisters. Yes, now we were truly sisters. The hatred from our past life had long since blown away. Mother, your highness! Little Nancy came bouncing over. She held up a freshly picked flower. This is for you. Emma happily picked her up. Nancy is such a good girl. Watching the scene, my heart filled with warmth. In my past life, Nancy had never been born. In this life, she became everyone's little sunshine. Changing fate could be so beautiful. In the autumn of the 15th year of Kang Yuan, the emperor fell gravely ill. That day, I went to the Hall of Governance to pay my respects. His Majesty leaned on the couch, his face gray, but his eyes were still sharp. The noble consort is here. He weakly waved, stopping me from bowing. I sat on the stool he pointed to. Your Majesty looks better than yesterday. I know my own body, His Majesty said, coughing twice. My time is almost up. I said nothing. In my past life, His Majesty also fell ill around this time, but I had been banished to the cold palace and never saw him. Then he suddenly called me by my given name. Lily, I've always wanted to ask you something. Please ask, Your Majesty. All these years, why have you never fought for my favor? His Majesty looked straight into my eyes. I've seen too many women use every trick for love and favor. Only you have always stayed calm. Why? I hadn't expected him to ask that, so I thought for a moment. Then I said softly, I believe an emperor's love is like a reflection in water. It can't be forced, so it's better to stay true to yourself and live a little more freely. His Majesty smiled bitterly and sighed. Jack, I am very satisfied with him. He is kind and intelligent. He will be a wise ruler. My heart shook. This was a clear hint that he intended to make Jack crown prince. Your Majesty, I know you don't want him pulled into conflict, His Majesty interrupted, but this kingdom needs a ruler like him. He struggled to sit up. Promise me. If anything happens to me, teach Jack well. Make him a benevolent ruler. I knelt solemnly. I will remember. His Majesty closed his eyes wearily. You may go. Let Emma and the children come in. I bowed and left. At the door, I met Emma, Lucy, and the children waiting outside. Jack was already 21, tall and graceful, with His Majesty's strength and my gentleness in his features. Mother. He looked at me worriedly. Father is... I straightened his collar. Go. Your father is waiting. Watching them enter the Hall of Governance, I suddenly understood. In this life, I had finally gained everything I couldn't have in my past life. My child's safe growth, true friendship, and peace of mind. As for all the old grudges and heartbreak, they no longer mattered. In the spring of the 16th year of Kang Yuan, the emperor passed away, and Jack ascended the throne with the reign title Jing Ming. At the new emperor's enthronement ceremony, I watched Jack in his dragon robe, filled with pride and calm. Mother. After the ceremony, the young emperor called to me. I'm a little nervous. I adjusted his crown. Remember what I taught you. A ruler must lead with kindness and put the people first. As long as the people are in your heart, you have nothing to fear. Jack nodded solemnly. I will remember your teachings, Mother. Emma was honored as the Mother Empress Dowager, while I was honored as the Sacred Mother Empress Dowager. Lucy was promoted to Noble Consort Dowager. Her son Daniel was made a prince, and little Nancy became Princess Nancy. The court and harem were peaceful. Those bloody struggles seemed like something from a very distant past. One day, I was drinking tea in the garden of Jingfu Palace when Lucy brought Nancy to greet me. Your Majesty! She bowed properly, but her eyes carried a playful smile. How have you been lately? Very well. I smiled and pulled little Nancy over. You've grown taller. Nancy leaned into my arm sweetly. Mother, Nancy wants to hear a story. What story do you want to hear? I want to hear about when you were young. Lucy and I exchanged a smile. The story of my youth was a very, very long one. It was about rebirth, redemption, and how one woman let go of hatred and found true happiness. Everything from my past life now felt like a nightmare. In this life, I live freely.